Going on? Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference. How is everyone doing this lovely afternoon or evening or whatever you want to call it? Um, what is it evening? I mean, with the way the light is shining, you you might get confused and think that it's afternoon or evening or one of the above. But either way, it's a great day. Um, how is everybody doing? Thank you for joining me. And I also want to say, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your lovely notification bells. And don't forget to hit a thumbs up if you can. It only helps the channel. I just want to say thank you guys again for always uh, supporting and being a nice support system for Hello World and Joy. Um, Let me see. Am I lagging? No. Okay, good. I'm not lagging at all. I don't know what it is about um, YouTube sometimes with the lag. I don't know. Maybe it's because of my Wi-Fi. I'm not sure. But anyway, how was everyone's day? Today is going to be a lovely topic. I can't wait to share. It's lighthearted, so we're not going too deep, unless you guys want to go deep. Um, But yeah, it was a great day today. Um, I really wanted to go to the gym, but hey, Eat Sleep Amazon. Hey, girl. Welcome to Hello World. Yes. I really wanted to go to the gym today. So my alarm clock was set for six something in the morning, and it went off, and I kindly turned it off, and I said, "Oh man, let me just get a few more minutes and then, I'll go." Then 7 o'clock came around. I was like, okay, let me just get 15 more minutes, and then 7:30. And then I just say, you know what, let me just text um, my gym buddy. And so I texted her, I was like, hey, I'm having a hard time getting out of bed. I'm trying. And then she texted me around 8 o'clock and was saying that she was deathly ill, and she was going to the doctor. So it worked out. It worked out very much so that, you know, she wasn't waiting for me. I didn't go back on my word about being there today. But I was tired, like extremely tired. No more late nights. um, and so, okay, so I pretty much slept through the morning. And then I was on YouTube for a little bit, watching other channels that I've discovered. Um, and, you know, we all go through a lot, like just looking at other channels. And a common thing that I've noticed is there's a lot of people with a lot of health concerns. And it just, two things. It saddens me that they have to go through it because they seem like such great people. And the other thing is like they're such amazing people because despite the pains that they go through on a daily basis, hourly, monthly, weekly, secondly, they are still functioning and clinging to something to make them feel good. And YouTube has provided that for them, and the chat rooms have provided that for them. So, just watching that, it just makes me even more grateful for the things that I have, the help, the amount of health that I have. And sometimes I just want to share some of my health with others so that they can experience a better quality of life. Even though the quality of life that they're living, appears to be great on camera, and they're happy and whatnot, but like outside of the camera, I wish I could just give them a little bit of my health so that they can have a painless day or something. Um, so then I said, you know what? I'm going to go for a drive. So I went for a drive, and I decided to go to a mall that I haven't gone to in decades. Okay, not a decade, but just in a very long time. When I was in college, I used to go to this mall quite often with some of my roommates and classmates and whatnot. And the cool thing about it is that the mall is still there. But the crazy thing is, though, guys, I left Jersey City in sunshine. Then I got to Elizabeth, and it was just, rain. Like it had like the rain had passed. And then as I drove a little more into Linden, it started raining a little heavier. By the time I got towards South Jersey, it was like a torrential downpour. And parts of it was like you really couldn't drive. And like I really was that close to pulling over, but I said, like how most of us do, well, if I just keep going, I'll just get to where I'm going and then that'll be that. And, sometimes we risk our safety just to get to where we want to go so we don't have to pull over in order to, just stop, you know, and that might have been the safest thing to do. Thankfully, I got to the destination okay. But of course, because of the rain and because I was, not as familiar with the area anymore, I drove past the mall. I clearly drove past the mall. And so then I had to turn on my GPS. Um, Another thing that I noticed on the way back, I was like, wow, the motorcycle place where I purchased my motorcycle was no longer there. Either that or I just missed it. But I definitely didn't see it. Yeah, I had a motorcycle once before and I purchased it right in that area and they delivered it to me. Um, I was too afraid to ride it home. Of course, yes, I was a brand new rider. So I purchased a brand new bike. The reason why I did a brand new bike is because I wasn't sure about used and if it would be working properly. So I just outright bought a brand new bike. And in the class, they always say to you, don't buy new because you're going to drop your bike. Every biker falls. Every biker has a spill. And so I was like, oh, that's not really. And then also, when you have a bike, they tell you, they highly recommend, other bikers highly recommend you get these things called frame sliders. Frame sliders are pretty much, they look like roller skating, like the roller skating, the wheels on a roller skate, the old school ones where you have four wheels on each side, like two on the back, two in the front, those kind of wheels. So those are called frame sliders, and they basically um, put them or screw them in the body of the bike, like right around this part where it's like down part towards the middle. So basically, if your bike was to fall over, it would slide on the frame slider instead of messing up the body of your bike. I didn't listen. So the one and only time that I took a spill on my bike, um, now let me tell you this. Rocks or pebbles are like gravel to a motorcycle. So I was coming out of a bank and I was literally going maybe 10 miles an hour. And it was enough to skid. And I lost control of my bike. I went flying this way and my bike flew down the street. So my bike pretty much threw me off and I was rolling. And I said, wait a second, I'm rolling. So I stopped dramatically in the middle of the street. I stopped. And when I stopped, I was like this close to a parked car tire. If I rolled a little bit more, my head would have been underneath the tire. And then I popped up real quick. The guy in the street, or there was a pedestrian walking by, they're like, oh my goodness, are you okay? I said, I'm okay. Is my bike okay? It's the first thing any true biker cares about is their bike. And they were like, is it okay? So I don't remember if I picked it up or if he helped me pick it up, or if I was just so embarrassed that I dropped my bike that I picked it up myself. And then all of this before I went to work. And then I just rode to work. But when I was riding to work on the highway, I was just like, I was in shock and I was like scared to death. Like, I can't believe I just fell off my bike. And, I didn't get too much damage. I had a cut on here, which I don't think is there anymore. Maybe that's the scar right there, but you can barely see it. But I pretty much just, because I stopped, like, kind of like bruised or like road rashed my elbow because I threw my arms out to stop. And then like my knee got a little something, but it didn't break skin. It was just my pant legs had like a little tear in it. So I was lucky that I didn't get more hurt um, from that bike accident. Thankfully, it was just a tiny one. There was no car driving behind me. Thank God. There was no car in front where the bike would damage another car. Hey, Mike and Missy got hitched. How are you? Now you know I'm a real person. Welcome to Hello World. I'm Joy. Yes. So I was just basically telling you about my afternoon. And so, yes, I said all that to say, to give you a relation to that mall, plus the experiences that I've had with purchasing a motorcycle that was right across the street from the mall. But anyway, here's the exciting part, right? So I am like walking around, I found parking and I'm walking around the mall like, wow, this is well, first, here's clue number one as to how, like, I enjoyed my day, right? So usually at the mall, um, the mall is packed and it's seas of cars. Hey, Adam Exploits. Hey, Beth Collins. Mike and Missy, please be introduced to Beth Collins and Adam's Exploits. Guys, Adam's Exploits and Beth Collins, this is Mike and Missy. I met them in another chat that I've been visiting a little bit. So welcome, you guys. Get to know each other, follow each other, check each other's pages out if you can. So yes, here's the thing, the headbanger number one that made me feel so good. So I went towards the food court area of the mall, and there's always no parking. I got the third parking car space in. I said, "Ooh, look at now!" Like when I get front spots, and it was nice and wide too, so even if somebody banged their door open, it wouldn't hit my car. When I get spots like that, that are like steps away from my entrance, I start to shake because I'm like, something amazing is about to happen. And so like I sat in my car, I was like, ooh, I found a good spot. I found a good spot. Ooh. So like the smile is on my face already. So I walk into the mall and I'm like, oh wow. I don't remember anything of how it used to look, but I was just walking around and I probably looked like an alien to everyone because guys, I haven't really walked purposely in a mall in years. Typically on a day like today, a Saturday and or a Sunday, I'm usually working an event, trying to sell my inspirational t-shirts or whatever the case may be. And so like I had a day off today. So I'm walking around the mall and I'm like, oh wow. I walked into Old Navy and I was like, wow, this is what they're selling. I looked at one of the t-shirts or the tank tops that they had. And of course I'm like comparing the printing quality. And I'm like, man, I print better than this. And so, like, I just said, look, Joy, get off your high horse because it is what it is. People love it. They don't understand what you understand, just like you won't understand someone else's speciality because you don't know any better. So I walked into Old Navy. I didn't go too deep in because I was like, all right, I'm really not in the market for anything right now, to shop for anything. So I just walked out and then I just started walking the mall. And guys, guess what I saw? I saw a train go by. Yes, they had a choo-choo train in the mall. I thought that was so amazing. A choo-choo train, and there was a guy driving the choo-choo train. And it really had the woo-woo. And there were kids in there. There was an adult in there with the kids. I thought that was so cute. If you want to see the video of it, go to my Instagram at btdllc. You can look in my stories and you'll see the whole thing. But I thought that was so amazing. I've never gone. Now, come on, guys. How many of you have gone into a mall and you saw a physical train, choo-choo train with like 4 carts go by? So I said, if I see this train again, I'm going to definitely take video of it. And so I did. I walked around the mall and, I walked on the first level. I walked the entire first level and I was like, oh, wow, this is small. And then I walked the entire second level and I was like, oh, this is small too. So I ended up by the food court and I was like, okay, let me just walk around in the food court. I looked around and guys, because of the things that I've been eating lately, normally walking by Wendy's or, the hibachi spots, all of those things would have like tempted me to eat that, but I wasn't even interested. But I saw a Playa Bowls. I saw a Playa Bowls, and then I was like, oh my goodness, a Playa Bowls. So I said, you know what, I need to use the restroom. So I went to the restroom and I went to the Playa Bowls. So I'm looking at the Playa Bowls and the employees are looking at me. I'm looking at the menu. There were like 4 or 5 young ladies just clustered in the back, just talking amongst themselves, looking at their cell phones, laughing. But so I'm just standing there. I was like, well, maybe I don't want them to come to me right away because I am looking at the menu. So then I walk from left to right, left to right. And so then I stand there. By this time, I was getting a little agitated. And I was like, all right, are they just ignoring me? Because I clearly am standing there. And mind you, there was no one else around. It was just me. So finally, a young man came up and he started cutting bananas. And so I said, well, how long do you think it's going to take for them to realize that I'm trying to order something? I said that to him. And then he said, I don't know. And then he turned around and was like, can somebody come up? But I'm like, he could have, and this is what we're going to talk about customer service too. He could have easily said, I'm sorry. Is there anything? I'm sorry, but I'm going to try to get somebody to help you, right? So then when the girl finally comes up, I said, oh my goodness. I said, you guys were just staring at me while I was standing here for 5 minutes and nobody came to take my order. I was like, wow. I was like, that's messed up, you know? And then the girl was like, I'm sorry. And I said, it's okay. And then I put my order in. And guys, my order is usually the Ocean Avenue. So the Ocean Avenue has kale. It's a kale blend with banana. No, it's a kale blend with, I think, pineapple. I don't know what the blend is, but it's green, pretty much. So the kale blend, and they put granola on the bottom, the kale blend, and then the granola on the top, and then they put banana and honey. I'm not a fan of bananas, so I ordered it without the banana. And I said, can I have coconut shavings instead? And then she was like, okay, sorry. So she was like, all right, I'm really sorry. I was like, it's okay, but you know. So she was like, don't worry about it. I was like, what? I was like, well, can I use my number? Because the last Playa Bowls, I signed up for their list and you get like 15% off or $5 off the next order. So I was going to definitely use my coupon, right? And she said, don't worry about it. I was like, huh? She said, don't worry about it. Guys, I was about to fight the girl to be like, no, I have to pay. Like, I was only joking, but she gave me my Playa Bowl for free. Yes. I got a free Playa Bowl. And let me tell you, when you get free, everything always tastes better. Yes. And after that, they all pretty much treated me like royalty. And let me tell you, I didn't say what I said for her to give me something free. I said it because I was like, I felt like they were ignoring me, and maybe on purpose or not. I'm not sure. But guys, I'm going to bring this up maybe one time or another. But clearly, you know, I'm African American or Black, whatever you want to call me. And South Jersey is filled with colors outside of Black. And so, you know, automatically as an African American Black person, whatever you want to call us, you know, there is a stigma. And I always sometimes think like, are you ignoring me because of my color? Or do you think I wouldn't be the type of person to eat that? I know what you guys may be thinking. This is not the world that we live in. Yes, it is. It is the world that we live in. So as an African American Black person, whatever you want to call me, it doesn't matter. I know my color skin is darker than a lot of you others. But as that, you kind of sometimes wonder if you're being ignored on purpose because it happens. It happens, guys. It happens. So, you know, that's kind of like what I was feeling a little ignored. Like maybe they were doing it on purpose, like, or maybe they wouldn't think somebody like me would want to eat healthy. I don't know, guys, but things go through your head. So when she said it's all right, I was like, well, are you the owner? She was like, no. I was going to say, well, are you the owner's daughter or something? But I left it at that. But the point of the matter is, it was a blessing. I got free Pliable. And I think she did it because she knew that they were wrong. But wasn't expecting anything in return for that. But it also goes to show, guys, sometimes you do have to speak up when, you know, the behavior isn't all appropriate for like that kind of customer service. And it's not only just that, and outside of my color, whatever. Some people just, I don't think, understand or realize that as a consumer, you are putting your hard-earned dollar whether you're retired or disability or working, it doesn't matter. It's still a hard earned dollar that somebody has produced and you're giving it away. So while you're giving it away, at least I expect some type of hello or whatever. Even last night, I was at the convenience store and I said, "Hi, how are you?" And the guy just kind of kept doing it. I said, "Excuse me." I said, "Hello." It's kind of like people don't realize that in any service, whether you're in front or behind, acknowledge people, right? And I think that's the thing that we're lacking in our customer service skills is people not acknowledging. And even this happens, take the color out of it because this happens with some African American customer service relations too, where they won't say anything to me, but I'm like, hello, and they won't say anything back. So I'm like, hello, how are you? I think because people are so used to no one conversing with them behind the register or no one handing them money behind the register. Like, and that's another pet peeve of mine. People will put money down, and I'm like, no, I gave you money in your hand. So you give me back the money the same way I gave it to you. You don't have to touch. You don't have, does not have to be any physical interaction when you are exchanging money. I can give you $6 by just putting the money ahead and putting it in your hand. I don't have to put it on the counter and slide it to you. I think in some ways that's rude and it takes away from the human interaction. So, I think by me saying that to her, it made them all realize, okay, guys, we're still at work. And even though it seemed like there's a downtime, there's always somebody looking, somebody watching, and you are the face of the company. And that's the way I feel when I'm at my job. I'm the first person everyone sees. So I am the face of the company at that time whenever somebody comes in. So whether I'm in a good mood or not, I have to remember who I'm representing. I'm not always 100% good at it all the time. Yes, I agree. But for the most part, I think I can get it right at least 80 to 90% of the times. I'm not on point all the time, guys, because that's not realistic. But it's the truth. I'm just being honest. I'm not on point all the time. But I got free Playa Bowls. Yes. I ate that thing. It was so good too. It was so good. So I ordered mine instead of the banana, I got the coconut shavings and she poured all that honey on it. And I mean, like the girls were respectful. They weren't disrespectful. Once they acknowledged you, they weren't disrespectful or anything. I think maybe they were just in their own world and didn't realize, like, hey, somebody might actually call you out on them feeling ignored. And so after I placed my order, someone else ordered, and they were basically on point from there. Everybody started going back to their corners and doing what they were supposed to do. But guys, I think, and I tried to be polite about it. I wasn't, I was laughing just the way I said it to you guys, like, hey, you kind of left me here for 5 minutes. I did it that way, literally did it like that way. I wasn't like, how dare you or whatever, because you don't have to be nasty to people. You can always, gently bring your point across and without trying to hurt someone's feelings, but at least making people aware. And so, you know, kindness goes a long way because she could have easily said, I'm sorry. If I was nasty to her, she could have easily said, I'm sorry and still charged me for it. Or that could have made her day feel worse if I was nasty to her. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to be nasty to each other. Like, granted, we all have our moments where we can't help it. And, sometimes we just let the first thing come out of our mouths and we're not perfect, but we're works in progress, right? We can always make things better. So does anybody have an amazing experience for them that they want to share? And guys, let me tell you, that was amazing to get something free. And she didn't have to do it. There was no cause for her to do it for free, but she just said, you know what, that's okay. And I was like, really? I mean, like, I was so embarrassed. Let me tell you guys, I got my bowl and I ran out of there before they changed their mind and say, no, never mind. Forget it. We got to charge you. But what about you guys? Have you guys experienced any amazing things, past, present, or recent? Like, And guys, like by the time I left the mall, I was walking past another woman and she smiled and I smiled. I said, man, today's an amazing day. I said, I got a front spot, I got free Playa Bowls, and the sun is back out. And she just looked at me and just smiled away. And I was like, I really did have a good day. And it's not even over yet. I get to be with you guys and see all of my favorite people in the chat. I love it. Hi, Maria, Greg. If someone treats you wrong, you have to speak out as a woman, and as married, you have to be, yeah, girl. And I don't really feel like, da 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 da. Yeah, so like that was my experience. And like I attribute my temperament being a lot better by what I am focusing on. So like I've been doing a lot of meditation. I've been doing a lot of self evaluation. I've been hanging around a lot of great people who, you know, they don't expect the best from you, but they bring the best out of you. They want you to bring the best out of you. So, like Maria, Mike and Missy and Maria, you have to check out Norgis R, her channel. She does an amazing chat. If you guys are ever needing to watch something in the morning time hours, like 8 or 9 in the morning. I have to say those chats are amazing. Just Sandy, you can watch her all day. Adam's Exploits, I don't know if he's still here or not, but you guys got to check them out because their channels are amazing and they help me to be a better person. Eat Sleep is another amazing person, guys. You got to check her out too. Like, it's just life gets better two ways. When you allow it to flow and when you start focusing on how beautiful things are as it really is. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people take for granted nature and how beautiful it is. Like the sky is clear now. We had a storm, but the sky is back clear. We're still safe. We have trees that are shelter us. You know what I mean? Like we have the warm weather that keeps us warm so we can wear things comfortably. Like, and then we get to do nice outdoor activities. We get to see fireworks because the skies are clear and fresh. Like just little things, like and I think it takes the edge off of always feeling the need to like have money to make you feel good material with other materialistic things. Because there's so many other things that we have that don't cost a thing that can make our days amazing. Yeah, it's just I don't know. And I think also too when you start focusing on what you have versus what you don't have, you understand like again like when I see other chats that I've been in recently, it just I already feel um good about what I have, the amount of health that I have. I feel grateful for it, but then I just see them and I'm just like, man, I wish I could give you some of mine just so you can experience what having good health is like. Or even if they had good health in the past, I wish that they can get that health back, you know what I mean? Because they seem like really good people. And I just wish that people didn't have to endure pain. That's one of my things that I am always afraid of experiencing is pain. Because when you're in pain, it takes away your ability to really enjoy things. You know what I mean? Because that pain is constantly, sticking you or debilitating your emotions. And then some people get used to it and just live with it, but still it kind of it's like that crutch. And I wish that, they wouldn't have to feel that way. And even still they still put smiles on their faces. And I think that's amazing. Because I don't know if I could ever, if I were in pain, chronic pain, I don't know if I could ever come out of it and be jovial. maybe I could, but it probably would take long. See, like I should stop myself because I'm always telling everybody that where there's a will, there's a way. There would be a way, but I just don't want to imagine having to go through that route. So I'm thankful for what I have. And, I always want to encourage people to like, try more, try harder, as much as you can. Or even if you don't have to try, just know that there's somebody in your corner who is there just pushing you along and just there just to try to support you no matter what you're going through. If you're in pain, like I want to, be there just to be like, you know what, it's okay. I'll listen to you while you're in pain. I'll bring you tea if you need it. Stuff like that. Stuff that we as humans should be doing for each other all the time. Yeah, we should be doing that for each other. We really should be. Because pain isn't as in pain isn't as intense when you have other people around and they're really helping you. Now, there's sometimes where people are in that much pain where they don't realize it, and I'm sure that's very frustrating. But you still need to help, no matter what. You still need to help. And then when the pain level goes down, I'm sure then they can say, I apologize, but I appreciate you anyway for being there for me. Or maybe they won't say anything, but at least you know in your mind that they appreciate your presence at least. So yeah, guys, life is amazing. You know what I mean? Like we don't know what's gonna happen afterwards. We can imagine what can happen afterwards. We don't know, you know? So we have to appreciate the gift that we have now in the fact that we can communicate with each other over computers, over the phone, through face to face. Never take that for granted. Never take for granted that you can see. And when I was watching the fireworks, I thought about all the people who are colorblind that may not be able to see the richness of each color in a firework. We're blessed, you know? And then there's some people who have good vision in one eye and poor vision in the other. Then there's some people who have eye diseases that you've never even heard of, but yet they're still able to function and are grateful for what they have. So guys, if you are not grateful for what you have, just start. Please start being grateful for what you have. It's physically wise. Physically, just be grateful because it can always be worse. It can get worse. And then when you hear other people's stories, you don't want to feel guilty for not appreciating what you have. I mean, I heard a story today by Vape Nikki B. That's another person on YouTube that I just met. I'm not going to get into her story because I don't know if she wants everybody to know, but I was just there to witness it. And man, she's gone through a lot, but yet she still has a smile on her face. She still is very knowledgeable. Check her channel out, guys. It's called Vaping Nikki B or Vaping with Nikki B, one of those. But I kind of admire her. I admire her for her courage, her strength, and the fact that she knows so much about technology. And I'm just sitting there, when she's talking, I'm just sitting there like, wow, I didn't know that. Oh, Adam, you might want to check out Vaping with Nikki B because she was talking about Zoom, and Zoom might be a good route. So check her out or check out that live today. It was on Chef Ron, his channel. She knows a lot, Adam. So you might want to check her out. And I know you guys are looking for other platforms and stuff. I was trying to tell on the platform you guys were looking into, but I don't remember the name of it. Mike and Missy would know. No, Mike and Missy and Maria know Vaping with Nikki B. Adam. So if you want to throw out that platform that you guys were looking into, because I told them that you guys were looking into something that was probably better than Zoom. Maybe they might want to check it out too. I don't know. But everybody's learning whatever because August 1st is coming in less than 3 weeks or so. So I definitely need to know where I can tune in to watch everybody, because I truly, thoroughly enjoy watching everyone's chats. Sometimes I'll say things, sometimes I won't, but sometimes, most at least I'll say hello, just so people know that, they got that somebody's there and just observing and appreciating what they're talking about, that kind of thing, keeping you company. So amazing things are happening every day. Let me tell you guys too, I'll let you in on a little secret too. There's one other amazing thing that I wish could happen like now, but I just have to wait, I guess. We'll see. If it happens, guys, then you will be the the next time I go on live. If it happens, then I'll let you know. And I will be very excited and very happy to share that. Yes. Hi, Treasured Vintage. How are you? Spare? So, Mike and Missy, you see what he just posted? Those are the other things that they are looking into that might work better than Zoom. So you can pass that along to Vaping with Nikki B and the rest of them. So yes, and shout out to the Sunrays. Guys, check out the Sunrays. They are cool people too. Those are the people that I have been watching lately too. Um, so check them out. Derek, I don't see him. So does Zoom. Eat Sleep. Zoom costs money too. Skype, I don't know about Skype. I don't see Derek. You mean NASCAR man, that Derek? I don't see him. Yeah, so anyway, guys, I'm just appreciating everything. I really am. I really am. And it's something to really appreciate life. It's like it's a whole nother level. Like I don't know how many of you in the chat can say that you appreciate life and understand what I'm actually talking about. Cause like it's a whole nother thing. Hey, NASCAR man, 3345. NASCAR man, check out Maria Gregg and Mike and Missy. I met them in other chats. You might want to check their pages out. Mike and Missy and Maria, please check out NASCAR man. He's trying to hit his 1K if he hasn't already done so. Please go send a little love his way, please, if you can, because we're all a community trying to grow together and be able to share whatever we can share in our own individual lives to help the community. So oh, they did. I'm sorry. um well, you'll get it again. So definitely, NASCAR man, you might want to check out the sun rays or the sunnies. Miss Kelly, MISS Kelly. They do chats. Um, so I've picked up some friendships over there too. Let's talk about it with Jamie. She's another cool person. I've just met them all as well, and they all have been showing me support. So those people, and plus they have pretty decent chats. Um, so you might want to connect with them if you want, up to you. But I throw that out there for everybody because, sharing is caring. And of course, Debbie, WWWC. I saw her chat just the other day the second time, and she's cool too. And that's how Wanda ended up in my chat. And Wanda, I told Wanda all about every one of you too. And if you guys look down in the description of if you look down in the description of my channel, I have links to all of your channels. So it makes it easier for people to just click and check you guys out too. Yes, I did do that. Yes, because you guys are my extended first family. So I definitely have to make sure I show my regards and my respects to you guys. Absolutely. What does it cost me? Nothing. Nothing. It doesn't cost me a thing. So that's my way of showing respect to you guys. That's all. Um, so yeah, we'll all have a journey. And I feel like you never know what someone can contribute to another person's life by you just sharing their information, right? If someone can be a healing balm for someone else and you withhold that information, you're withholding someone's healing, right? That's just the way I look at it. And plus, we all can find new connections because, family does get annoyed. Family does get annoyed at each other sometimes, and you have to turn around and see other people. You know what I'm saying? So we're a world that is just growing. And here's the common goal, the commonality of everybody that I've met so far. Everybody uses YouTube for friendships and to fill voids. So why not? Yes. That's what makes it even more amazing. You know? It makes life so much more amazing. Let me think of other amazing things that have happened. I woke up. I'm able to care for myself because not a lot of people can do that. I can still drive. I can see. My vision is good. So I'm living an amazing life. Do I have everything that I want in life? No. Will I ever achieve everything I want in life? I'm gonna try my darndest. You know what I mean? I've set goals. I've set goals that I am working on. I do, however, guys, need to book more events for my business to sell my clothing. I do need to do that more. I need to focus on doing that more because for the month of July, I only have one event. Theoretically and historically, I've had an event every single weekend, Saturday and Sunday for the most part, and sometimes Friday nights, and then sometimes during the week. And so to go from that to nothing, it's just like, okay, I'm neglecting something. So I need to start balancing it better. And so we're almost towards the end of July now, but I think I can at least squeeze in one or two good events before August. In August, I have nothing. So I need to start working on August like yesterday to book. And then there's so many people that I need to meet in real life, like face to face, at these events, because it's not always selling that I do, but it's like communicating as well. Like, so whoever I meet there, they may end up seeing me again. They may never ever see me again, but I may have encouraged them, or at least if I didn't encourage them, put a thought in their mind that they were never thinking that might help them. Maybe I might even encourage them to do a vision board, so I have to remember to keep everything in perspective and everything balanced. Because, yes, guys, we're going to be pulled in many directions. Our lives will always be pulled in many directions when you're doing what you're supposed to do. Remember that. If you don't know what your purpose is, spend time with yourself. Really, guys, spend time getting to know yourself. Like, because we spend a lot of time doing things, outward things, but we don't do inward things. And so a lot of people are confused about who they are. But when you spend time with yourself and get to know who you are, you get to know your likes, your dislikes, and then your purpose comes along the way. And it feels so good. Like, I feel amazing. I just want to hold on to this moment, this time in history for a joy. I really do, because it's a great time for me. It can only get better. And imagine it getting better than this. Ooh, that's just icing on the cake. Yes. Hey, Norgis, welcome to Hello World. We're just talking about amazing things. We're just talking about amazing things that happen in our lives, current, past, and future or present. Yes. And I know I say this a lot, but one of the amazing periods in my life was finding you guys, finding your chat. Like, how did that happen? It just seems like everything just came out of nowhere. Because look at me, I'm a business. And then a lot of the people that I know now are resellers with two different spectrums. You know what I mean? Like two different spectrums. Like while retail is the source, but it's like it's two different spectrums. Like I know nothing about looking for deals to resell. I don't know anything about that. And there are things that you guys don't know about that I do. But somehow we all mesh. And Norgis, you don't even sell anything yet. Because you will be having an auction soon. Yes. Did that pass? No, you will be having an auction, I think, this Monday, right? So you'll be selling things, but it's different, guys. Like we just fell out of nowhere and just fell right into each other's lives. That's amazing. That's amazing. And all it took was just a click. What? One click and then your life just blossoms even more. Isn't that amazing? Just one click. But it could also go the opposite way too. So when one click works in a good way, take advantage of that. Appreciate it. Nurture it. So that when more things come your way, you won't take them for granted. And that just says, you know what? You're vibrating too much good stuff. The bad doesn't want to attract to that. It may try, but it won't succeed. How amazing is your life? I'll tell you how amazing your life is. You woke up. You had mobility. You had the reasoning and sound mind to take care of yourself. You had the reasoning and sound mind to maybe go for a walk or drive. Feed yourself. That's how amazing your life is. Just the simple things. The simplicities of life. Those are the amazing things. We need to get back to the basics and realize those simple things are what make life amazing. It is. You know what adds to it? The honey on top of it? Yeah, it's money. Yeah, it's trips. Yeah, it's adventures. But when you have a solid foundation, ooh-wee! How could you not have an inner smile? How could you not? For anybody who thinks, watching currently or in a playback or whatever, if you think your life is not amazing, I want to tell you now it is. I want to convince you that it is. And I'm going to give you ways on how I can convince you that it is. Count your blessings, good or bad, because we all have some bad mixed in with good sometimes. And sometimes we're lucky enough or blessed enough to have the good outweigh the bad through a course of our lives. But when you overcome the bad, you should definitely look at it and triumph and just be thankful and smile, because there are other people with real stories who can tell you real stories about their lives, and that will shame your little mediocre, frivolous thing that may be going on in your life. Imagine being in pain. Like, I know Tracy, she's always in pain, but yet she still sings to people, she still smiles, and she still welcomes you. Sometimes, the pain, and I can say this because I've seen it, from whatever, but sometimes the pain is overwhelming for her. She has to sit down a little, but she always comes back and still finds a reason to be thankful. I'm sure all of us can say that. We all can. And that's how you know you appreciate the life that you have. I don't know. Maybe I sound like a broken record because the last few days I've been talking about health, or the conversation's been going towards health, because Guys, I'm thankful for my health because I had a little health scare at some point in my life. I did. I had to have surgery. You guys know that, but people new don't. Hey, Giovanna. Welcome to Hello World. Thank you for coming by, Treasured Vintage. So like I'm not saying this from a perspective of someone who hasn't gone through something because I have. I have. And it could have gone either way. Like any diagnosis, whether it be a regular diagnosis or something usual or not, it still could go left. I told you guys about the guy who went in for just a colonoscopy and the doctor snipped his colon and then he ended up with throat cancer. That's a routine thing. So yes, we got to be thankful. And still, before he passed away, every time I saw him, he still tried to find a reason to be thankful. So, yes, guys, we all eventually through our lives go through a rough patch in our health. I believe we all do. Some people are chronic, some people will never have a cure, but it's the way they treat their life, even with whatever ailment that they have. That's what makes the quality of your life either better or worse, is how you treat whatever you have. If you are blessed to have good health, please try to maintain it. And I think that's the reason why I talk about health a lot. Because for people who have good to decent health, I I really am demanding you to do better with it because there are people who have chronic illnesses that don't get a chance to have reprieve, but you do. We do. So don't take that for granted. That's all I'm really trying to say. I'm not trying to shame anyone. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. I'm not trying to guilt anybody. No, I'm not. I'm just saying that there are other people, real life people, whether you meet them or not, that are really going through things that are more horrible than you, but yet they still smile. Yet they still try to do something with their life, with whatever they can do. Don't take for granted anything. Please don't. Because when you take for granted, you're slapping all of those people who have it a little worse than you, who wish they could have reprieve sometimes, smacking them in the face. So, if not for anything, just think about the potential of someone else who doesn't have it as good as you do. Because there are people younger than you, older than you, who have it worse. Think about the infants. I was watching Donatella's video on YouTube. Her child didn't have a chance to become an adult or a teenager. But yet, all of us in this chat have surpassed teenageism. So let's be more grateful because life is amazing. It is amazing. It is amazing. And God or your creator or whoever you want, whoever you believe in, saw it that we could actually be blessed enough to live on earth so that we can be shining lights for our family and strangers who are in need, who maybe we don't know are in need, but somehow we make their day a little better. Yes, that's what we are, guys. All of us. We are the difference every day. Guys, you are amazing. You are beautiful. There is no mistake about you. We all, every single last one of us, have times and periods in our lives where depression may hit us, sadness may hit us, pain may hit us, sorrow may hit us. We all go through it, but there's always a way out. And when we come out, we should come out and be so grateful that we were able to make it out. Because there's some people who don't make it out, guys. But you made it out. We made it out. So now it's our duty and our right to help them realize that they can make it out too. Because we're all similar in some way, shape, or form. We are. We're amazing, 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 amazing. You are beautiful. You are loved. You are loved. Do you get it? You are loved. You are loved. Just let it spew out of you because you are loved. However the love spews out of you, you are amazing. Again, there is no mistake about you. Nothing. There is no imperfection that is more beautiful than us. Yes. Whatever you don't have, if it's something that you can work to have, put the work in. You'll see results. Trust me, you will see results. But you have to make a concerted effort. Meet life halfway, and it will start carrying you. Yes, it will. Life will start carrying you. Imagine that. You don't have to push anymore, but you can just sit back and get your sorry, a little sweaty because I'm hot. Get your pina colada, your virgin pina colada or spiked pina colada, whatever it is that you drink or whatever it is that you enjoy. And just sit back and enjoy life. Imagine that. Just by you letting life flow, things become so much more easy. Who wouldn't want to have an easy life, at least for a period? Now, the happiness that I feel today, I don't know what's going to happen 10 years from now. I hope that I can sustain myself and keep on practicing what I've been practicing and keep on being around people like you. I hope that. But if it doesn't happen, I know in my mind, I know how to get out of it, but it's up to me to fight for it. Just like it's up to you to fight for life. The ball is in our hand. Each and every one of us has a ball. It's up to you how you handle it. You want to dribble it? You want to shoot it? You want to break it? Protect it. Nurture it. Love it. Be thankful for it. Embrace it. Share it. I am here every single night between 7 and 9. This is Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference. May your evening be better than the day. May you sleep so peacefully, so soundly that you wake up so refreshed, ready to go ahead and be the difference. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, turn on your notification bells, and give me thumbs up. Check out the description below. Purchase something if you can, and share it with others. And may tomorrow be so exciting, and the adventure that you go through be something worth remembering from now until whenever. So until we meet again, guys, I'm so thankful that you were here, giving me a little bit of your time. And I hope that whatever you have in mind, whatever you truly desire, I really hope that your desires come true. So I will see you guys again soon. Until then, this is Joy from Hello World.